The first walk was in 1989, and it was led by Kirk Douglas and his wife Ann. And back then, it was really a political statement because there was a lot of stigma around people living with HIV or AIDS. And just to put on a t-shirt that said Desert AIDS Walk was an act of courage and support for that community. And not a lot has changed. There's still a lot of stigma. One of the most important reasons to walk is to recommit to those people living with HIV that our commitment to their care does not waver.
I'm Thalia Hayden with Sarah Sanchez. Our community coming together again in support of inclusive care at DAP Health.
Register or donate today for the 2021 Desert AIDS Walk. Plan on joining us and the MVC Palm Springs morning team as we kick off the walk from the main stage at Ruth Hardy Park Saturday, October 30th.
And get this, the walk features a health and wellness festival, entertainment, and lots of community connection.
Bring your kids, bring your pets. Everyone is welcome because together we can end HIV.
Hello, everybody. Welcome to a special live edition of Life Positive, the new show on PromoHomo.TV, which spotlights people living with, impacted by, or working to bring about the end of HIV and AIDS. As a person living with HIV, this is incredibly relevant to me, but also I'm celebrating 10 years as a client of DAP Health, formerly known as Desert AIDS Project. Right now, I'm coming to you in Ruth Hardy Park in Palm Springs, California. In the background, you see my distinguished guest who will be joining us live in a moment. And this is the site of Desert AIDS Walk 2021, happening Saturday, October 30th at 8 a.m. right here. And there's still time to register. But basically, this episode is going to tell you more about the walk, inspire you, cheer on the participants, and inspire people around the world to participate, and give you all the information that you need to know. So I'm actually operating this broadcast with a phone, and I control the studio from the phone. So I'm moving up close because it's important for me to thank my sponsors, and I need to be able to touch my screen. So as you can see, I've put up the logo for DAP Health, and one of their value statements is that we welcome all people, period, and that's so important. I also want to give a shout out to my friends at 849 Restaurant and Lounge on North Palm Canyon. They've been supporting me for years, John Pascal and Willie Ryan. And of course, I'm proud to be a media sponsor of the LGBT Community Center of the Desert. Find them at thecentercv.org. They help create vibrant community by helping LGBTQ people along their way. Later this month, they have center stage, and their special grand reopening is coming up. You can find information about that at thecentercv.org. PromoHomo.TV is the official worldwide broadcaster. PromoHomo.TV is the official worldwide broadcaster of Palm Springs Pride. This year, we're going to be doing a multi-camera broadcast of the Pride Parade. And I couldn't be more excited about that. We're going to go live on Sunday, November 7th at 9 a.m. The parade will kick off at 10. And this show is distributed across the Twitterverse with the support of Matt Scalarud, Fabrice Descendo, Pink Media, and the I Love Gay hashtag campaign. Locally, I really want to give a thank you shout out to my media partners, KGay 1065 FM, the I Love Gay Palm Springs podcast, and Gay Desert Guide. And of course, I want to give a shout out to Dave Perry and Associates for their support in advancing the PR awareness of my show. And we now have merch. So you can get your PromoHomo.TV merch on Amazon. And if you send me a photo of you in the merch with your permission, I will feature it in the show. So without further delay, I want to share with you some more exciting information about DAP Health and then introduce my guests.
The three focus points to ending the HIV epidemic that the Community Health Department does, it's all about access to education, to testing, to HIV prevention like PrEP, and also HIV medications. And we do this by adjusting the system to meet health inequities throughout the community. And we do this by eliminating the cost barrier to provide free sexual wellness services for the next 6 months and bringing our mobile clinic to the community to people who are not coming to us.
Live your life like a dreamer. Fly all over the world. Open yourself so the world can see. You're a beautiful pearl. Live your day, let a world run dry. And you never even have to try. It's no wonder why I just can't get enough of
As promised, I have quite the distinguished group of people that has gathered with me here today. I want to start out by welcoming Patrick Jordan, board chair of DAP Health. Thank you for being here.
Thanks, Nicholas. Appreciate it. So excited to be here and talk about the walk.
So the theme for the walk this year is Together Again.
Woo-hoo!
Oh, I know we're all
Finally.
hungry. I'm starving to be together again.
Yeah. And the fact that it's outside and it's a great event because it really is encompassing of the community. Besides, people living with HIV and AIDS, you have families and dogs and kids and drag queens and all kinds of people that show up for the day. And I just think it's such a great, inclusive, fun event that raises money, bottom line, because it's underwritten by some very generous sponsors. So every cent actually goes directly to client care. And to me, that's the most important part.
The most surprising part of what Patrick just shared is that there are drag queens in Palm Springs.
What?
I didn't know that.
Occasionally they show up at the walk.
So we're all vaccinated. There's a small group of us, and we're outdoors. The day of the walk, however, there's a lot more people, and DAP Health is asking everyone to wear masks on that day.
Yep.
Just so you know. And, Patrick, just over 10 years ago, I was on the edge of homelessness. I was depressed. I didn't have health care.
Mm-hmm.
And DAP Health was there for me.
Right.
So I speak to and testify about DAP Health from a very personal experience, and I live in the affordable housing.
Right.
So I know how vital what you are doing is.
Well, you have you're one of many great success stories, and exactly what we want for the community is to be able to lift people up. And so besides healthcare, you need to also address the other things that might be going on in their lives, which might be a place to live, food needs, transportation, giving them access to being able to provide a resume so they can get gainful employment or what have you. I mean, you created this from nothing, right? This was your inspiration. So now you've got this whole other thing that's going on. It started 10 years ago, I guess, when you thought you were on the edge. And so that is a part of lifting up the community, to me, that's very important. Besides people living with HIV and AIDS, it's for everybody in the community. And I think that's really important. There's so many disenfranchised people that get sort of booted to the side. We are all human beings. And I think that's something we all need to remember every day.
Fantastic. Well stated. And, you are not alone. I have to tell you, stigma is exhausting.
Yeah.
I'm living with HIV, and the fact that I share that information and the way that people react to it, just the whole process of dealing with that is exhausting. So I just love the education that's happening around the campaigns like You Equals You and things like that.
And you know, besides people living with HIV and AIDS, there are stigmatism for homeless people. There are stigmatisms for people that have behavioral health issues. There are stigmatisms for people that are trying to address, drug addictions and other addictions. So those are all things that, as human beings, again, I think is pivotal and important that we address as a society. And DAP Health is sort of leading the charge, I think, in the Valley. And hopefully we become a model for other federally qualified healthcare centers around the country to sort of follow what we do, which is to be inclusive of all humans.
That's so beautifully stated. I know, Patrick, that you graced us with an appearance today and that you have a tight schedule.
I do.
So
Gotta go sell some houses.
I'm not going to keep you, but I'm going to invite James Lindquist to come take your place in this spot, and I'm going to wish you a great day.
Thank you.
So James is the Director of Development with DAP Health. Speak from your perspective about why this is an important event and the sorts of community support that you're getting.
So the event is especially important because this is the first time in 2 years we've been able to do this event in person. And one of the things that I find about our community is that people really like to be connected with one another. They like to be with one another. And so being able to, as we say, be together again, the focus is to bring our community together again. I mean, Palm Springs is a very unique area to live in. We have summers of 115 to 120 degrees. That's not something that you say, I think you have to choose to live there. So the people that live here want to be supportive of one another. They want to be together. The funds that are raised are helping to provide the programs that, as Patrick said, it's not only for HIV and AIDS, it's for our behavioral health and addiction services. It's for food services. It's for rental services. So, that is as far as the financial support. Now, as far as the community support, it allows us an opportunity to bring, our sponsors together, like Desert Care Network, like Walgreens, that have said, hey, this is important. We want to be part of this, and providing an opportunity to, Walgreens is our health and wellness village sponsor. And so that's going to provide us the opportunity to bring other community sponsors like the center, like Let's Kick Ass. It's going to be health and wellness vendors, etc.
I just want to make sure we're all on camera. We are. So I want you to see. It's very difficult. So step right up.
Yeah.
And for people that don't know you, please introduce yourself.
Yeah, thanks for having us, first of all. I'm Todd Burke. I'm the Director of PR for the Desert Care Network. And really nice to be here today. So thanks for having us.
Well, it's great to have you here.
The Desert Care Network, and specifically Desert Regional, which is just over my shoulder, we've been a part of DAP Health and the Desert AIDS Walk for more than 10 years. And so to date, we've donated more than $4.3 million. And by year's end, we'll have hit the $5 million mark. And it's an absolute pleasure to be associated with such an amazing organization.
Well, and I want to give a shout out to the Desert Care Network because while you were known as Desert Regional Medical Center, you were one of the first sponsors of my media work under the leadership of your former executive director, Carolyn Caldwell, and the generosity of Richard Ramhoff. So I have a history with Desert Care Network, and I'm eternally grateful, and I get some of my health care there. I was there yesterday.
Well, and very kind words, and both wonderful people. And Rich Ramhoff is still with us. I just saw him a few minutes ago. But as I said, over my shoulder, we have a special floor, 3 East. And in the 1990s, 3 East was a really special place. It was the only place where we were taking care of HIV and AIDS patients here in the Valley. And Dr. Kirkar, who is very special to everybody at DAP Health, and of course at Desert Regional Medical Center, we were taking care of people when nobody else was looking after folks who were living with HIV and AIDS. And those rooms on 3 East were very special. We allowed those patients to decorate them at a time when we know people were shunning those folks in society. So it's a really special place, and I think DAP Health and Desert Regional Medical Center and Desert Care Network, we're committed to taking care of everybody in the community.
Well, I appreciate the collaboration that happens in our community among all sorts of different organizations, in many ways serving the same clients, but in different ways.
Absolutely. And, as it relates to the walk on the 30th, we have 2,200 healthcare heroes standing behind me in this building, and we're all very excited to get out. It's been a tough year and a half for all of us. They've been working really hard, and we're very excited to get out and see friends that we haven't seen in the last couple of years and get together. And we're all very much looking forward to spending some time together on the 30th.
Well, thank you for spending time with me today.
It's our pleasure. Thanks so much for having us.
You're welcome. And last but not least, step right up. I didn't mean to, I should have put you on first.
Oh,
so
okay.
and hold that closer to your mouth, please. For people that do not know you, I'm meeting you for the first time. What's your name?
My name is Laura Dunn. I'm the store manager at the Walgreens on site at DAP Health. I've been there about 5 years, and we have a great partnership with DAP. Very honored and proud to be part of the walk and be able to raise funds through donations in our stores. And yeah.
Well, and having an on-site pharmacy at DAP Health is really important. It's kind of a one-stop shop, DAP Health. It happens to be across the parking lot from where I live. But for people that are living all over the place accessing DAP Health, it's wonderful to have an on-site pharmacy. And the relationship between DAP Health and Walgreens really helps generate significant funds for DAP through a variety of programs.
Correct. Yeah. We are part of a 340B program that allows us to give back to the clinics so they can provide all the wonderful services that they provide. It is a very unique partnership having us right there in the clinic and partnering with the clinicians and staff. So very grateful to be part of it.
And your employees, frankly, they put a lot of time and energy and money into it themselves, and they all walk. And one of the biggest donors at the walk is generally Walgreens.
Yeah, every year, that's our big push, especially since we're right in the clinic. We can speak to people and they can see the benefits of it. So it's more tangible than maybe some of the other fundraisers we try to raise for. So definitely have a ton of passionate people behind it who are actually clients at DAP as well, who are employees at Walgreens. So yeah, it's definitely close to our heart and very appreciative of the partnership that we have.
Well, if the weather today is any indication of what the weather is going to be like on October 30th, we are going to be lucky. It's gorgeous here. I'm going to have all of my guests hang out. I want to show one more video that has some important information about DAP Health, and here it is.
Hey you! Thank you for registering. I'm the board chair for DAP Health, and I can't thank you enough for registering for this year's AIDS Walk. Many of you know that while we have comprehensive care for everyone in our community, our core mission has been and always will be, until we have a cure, our clients and patients living with HIV. So it's really important that we all get out there and walk, and thank you for registering. We really appreciate it.
Ramos, and I am the Early Intervention Manager at DAP Health. What is Rapid Start? Rapid Start is getting people living with HIV on medication as quickly as possible. Why is that important? That is important because the healthier that an HIV person is, and as long as their viral load is undetectable, there is a lesser chance of transmitting HIV to others.
So the next nifty thing I'm going to do with my little hand-operated network television broadcast studio is I'm going to put up this important information. There's still time to register. And so how many walkers are you anticipating that we're going to have, James?
So we have right now about 400 walkers registered, but what always happens is that when people show up, other people join them. So I'd say we're probably going to have about 800 walkers altogether. Doesn't mean that they're registered, it just means that they want to support in some way, and so they're going to join their friends.
And tell us about the health fair that's part of that day.
So the health fair is supported by...
Go ahead. I mean, but no, tell us about it, and then we'll have her add to it.
The Health and Wellness Village is sponsored by Walgreens. And so we're going to have NBC Palm Springs there. Gilead's going to be there. Walgreens will be there. We have a number of different vendors. We have a number of different opportunities to meet different people in our community and community businesses. It's going to be a lot of fun. We have right now about 40 vendors.
It is a lot of fun, and it's going to be particularly great because everyone will be together for the first time. Together again. That's the theme. And what would you like to add about the Community Health Fair?
It's a great opportunity, like you said, to meet people in the community supporting the walk. Lots of great information there too. So hope to see everyone there. I also like to say thank you to everybody who donated in our stores and who are continually donating online for the walk and showing up and supporting such a great community here.
Fantastic. And last but not least,
No, my final thought would be to say, on behalf of Desert Care Network, it's an absolute pleasure to support DAP Health. And we'd also like to thank the community so much for supporting all of our healthcare heroes during the pandemic for the last year and a half. Thank you so much.
Well, thank you all for being here. And I want to thank you for watching. And you can also donate at desertaidswalk.org, whether or not you're going to watch. And I just want to check to see if I had any viewer comments come in. I don't think I had any live. Oh, yes, I did. So Rock was watching from Fargo, and he says, Nick, hi, Rock. And Stephen Henke, the brand manager of DAP Health, is giving us a round of applause. And he's saying hello to Todd Burke. And our friend Sue Lowe is watching, and she says, well done, James and team. It's going to be a great event. So I'm just, like I said, I couldn't be more excited, and I'm so glad that we had live viewers. But guess what? You get to share this episode throughout your social media, and more people will learn about the walk, and they'll participate. And I'm going to be broadcasting live because I am the PromoHomo, and don't you forget it. And now I have this fantastic closing video, which I'm going to play right now. Thanks again.
And I just can't get enough of your